Why Cleveland? Cleveland doesn't get mentioned first. Not like New York, not like Boston, but it should. This isn't just a Rust Belt city with a chip on its shoulder. It's a breeding ground for some of the heaviest, meanest, most influential hardcore ever made. Cleveland didn't follow trends. It made them bleed. Origins and anger, 1980s to the early 90s. Cleveland's hardcore scene was always more violent than political, more personal than performative. Bands weren't trying to be accepted, they were trying to dominate. Start with the guns. And the dark.
I might be real, I might be anything, I might be you!
Two early 80s bands laying foundation. Fast, aggressive, total DIY. Local heroes, barely known outside the region, but they helped light the fuse. But then came integrity. In 1991, Those Who Fear Tomorrow rewrote the playbook. Apocalyptic, metallic, nihilistic. Dwid Hellion didn't just front the band, he commanded it. Integrity wasn't interested in scene unity, they were here to start fires. Cleveland's other contribution? Ringworm. In their classic, The Promise in 1993. If integrity was psychological horror, Ringworm was straight-up war. Groove-laced metallic hardcore, with riffs that owed more to South of Heaven than Minor Threat. James, Human Furnace Bullock's vocals, still some of the nastiest on record. These two bands didn't just put Cleveland on the map, they scorched it into the pavement. Cleveland's hardcore sounds like rusted steel and bare fists. It's breakdowns without bounce, metallic without going full metalcore. There's a sense of finality to it, like every show might end in smoke. State of conviction. An integrity offshoot, adding weird samples and theatrics. One Life Crew. Controversial, confrontational, and borderline unbookable. They brought tough guy hardcore to its breaking point. Not universally beloved, but undeniably Cleveland. Local venues like Speak in Tongues, Peabody's Down Under, and countless basements carried the torch. It wasn't polished, it wasn't safe. Victory Records gets tied to Chicago, but its heart beat hard for Cleveland. Integrity, Ringworm, Ascension, Bloodlet. Midwest metallic hardcore got distribution through Victory before the label became a mallcore meme. Holy Terror, more a philosophy than a label. This was Dwid's curated network of like-minded projects. Catharsis. Gehenna. Rotten Hell. Pulling from Cleveland's spiritual DNA. Other key underground record labels? Organized Crime Records. Later Ringworm, Pulling Teeth, and archival reissues. You had A389 recordings, not Cleveland-based, but constantly pushing bands from the scene, and then closed casket activities. They picked up the torch in the 2010s. The sound never went away. It evolved, deeper, darker, heavier, in cold blood. Featuring Ringworm / Integrity alumni, hardcore with death metal pacing, homewrecker, Lorraine born, Cleveland raised. Early records were pure D-beat filth. Later ones leaned into black and sludge. Circle of Death is the real standout. And then there's Escula Grind. There's N Love. And Grave Plague. Newer waves blending grind, doom, and old school Cleveland filth. There's no single scene sound anymore, and that's the point. Live it down. Ratnip. And Last Gasp are among the next wave. Tight, relentless, and proudly rooted. Even if it's not your city, you could hear Cleveland the second it hits. So every scene has a flavor. Cleveland's tastes like rust, concrete, and contempt. It doesn't beg for attention, it dares you to ignore it. Every riff, every show, every scarred record sleeve is soaked into that mindset. No polish, no gimmicks, no apologies. Just hardcore that hits. You could talk about hardcore's coast all you want, but if you're skipping Cleveland, your story's incomplete. This isn't a footnote, it's a commandment. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland forever. This is the Hardcore 5.